Hey guys, Scott here again with a new beer dissection video. I'm continuing, I picked up a new compilation, depending on what time when you're watching this video, if this is the first one you're seeing. From Goose Island has made a compilation 12-pack, a bunch of, I believe there was 4 beers, three of each for the 12. Most of them were all IPAs, maybe all of them were IPAs. Goose Island, as you may be aware, I thought it was based out of Michigan, but a lot of the cans are saying from Illinois, born in Chicago, Illinois, whatever it may be. It says 1988. They're brewing it in Fort Collins, Colorado these days, and Chicago, Illinois. They were bought up by AB and Bev several years ago, so that's probably the reason why. Goose Island, you may be more familiar. If you're not familiar with the brand, you've probably seen it in the stores a lot. It's usually in a green box. They have a Goose Island IPA with a white goose on the cover. That's probably one of their flagship beers. Very popular beer out there. Sorry, let me just adjust that a little bit. So this is in this 12-pack. This one I'm going to be reviewing today is called Tropical Beer Hug. Okay, it's kind of a blue can. It was funny is when I was putting them all away, they all looked very similar. They were like either blue cans or kind of a yellow can. It was almost tough to, and they were almost named the same thing because they were IPAs. This one's called Tropical Beer Hug, 9.9% alcohol. So this better be good. One of the reviews I've done, I wasn't too impressed by it. One of my pet peeves too is there's almost like this contest these days with the IPAs to try to get them, hey, mine's 9.6. Well, that's, no good. Mine's 9.8. Mine's 10.0. I really could care less. Get to a certain level of alcoholic strength, you got to be careful. So at 9.9, probably not going to be drinking too many of these in one sitting, but we'll check it out. So it says a beach vacation for your taste buds. Okay, we'll be the judge of that. And if you guys try this out, feel free to come back to this video or any of these videos with this Beer Hug series. And I'll try to have the graphics pop up over my shoulder like I usually do, if you're familiar with it. So again, it comes in this box. It was kind of even like a pinkish type of box. It didn't even look like beer was in there. It has nothing to do with pink. It just looked like it was like a kid's seltzer kind of box. And again, you can judge for yourself. It was like pink and beige or something like that. So again, nothing more on the can other than it being an Imperial India Pale Ale and Tropical Beer Hug. So if it's saying tropical, I'm really hoping to be getting some of the tropical fruit flavors like mango and passion fruit and things like that from the hops, okay? So I got my typical tulip glass here. Let's pop this bad boy open. I think at 9.9 after I do this video, I think I'll have to call it a day. Okay, so let's, and again, it doesn't say anywhere New England IPA, but sometimes I'm always expecting these days when you're at that high alcoholic strength to be at that level. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Got almost perfectly clear, if you can see on the camera. You can maybe even see me through it. Gold color, I'm not holding that against them. Usually I'm expecting these things to be a little bit hazy. It doesn't say hazy IPA, but like a lot of times when these things get heavily hopped, you would see it. But again, nothing to hold them against on that, but I was expecting to be a little bit more hazy. But clear, almost like a West Coast IPA, kind of a gold color, pretty nice head, about an inch, white frothy head, better than the other review I did on one of the other packs there. So definitely an improvement in this beer. Again, gold color. So let me take a smell the aroma. Oh yeah. You kind of get like a cotton candy kind of smell on the aroma. But there definitely is like a light pineapple, slight mango aroma. Yeah, definitely I'm getting, as I take longer, excuse me, if I do a long, slow inhale, I can get more like pineapple and maybe a hint of like mango also. But very nice on the nose. Better than the other one I just reviewed. kind of a light bread crust, light toast kind of malt aroma. Maybe like even like a sugared grape kind of smell too. Like if you had, grapes, not that we sugar our grapes too much, but if you had like a candied grape, chewy candy or something like that. But again, pretty nice on the nose. Again, let's take another look at it here. Okay, nice crystal clear beer. So they're probably not using any oats or unmalted wheat or things that we usually get in some of these IPAs, especially if they're New England IPA. This has nowhere it says New England IPA on here, but it just says Imperial IPA, and that's it. All right, so let's take a swig. Whoa. Medium carbonation. I'm getting alcoholic warmth right away here. I'm not even giving me a chance. There's definitely a boozy grape, that white grape. I am getting that light toast again. Maybe light, bread crust type of character to the malt, but definitely like a boozy, light pineapple. Not as much of the tropical fruit that I got on the aroma. Whoa. But there is this, it's probably not real astringency. First of all, there's kind of a moderate bitterness to it, but there's definitely some alcoholic warmth there. At 9.9%, I would expect that. I'm a little bit more intense than I would particularly like it, but if that's your thing, then go for it. But you definitely get that warmth right up front when you first take it in. It was almost kind of blew me away when I first took the sip there. Again, like this other one I reviewed from this, I'm not getting a ton of hop flavor. I got a little bit more on the nose, but I just can't get past it's almost like, you had a pretty average IPA and you dump some vodka in it. Like you're getting that warmth up front, like if you were drinking like a shot of gin or vodka. I'm not getting a lot of hop flavor. Like, if I really think about it, maybe I'm getting a little bit of that pineapple or mango, tropical fruit, but definitely no grapefruit or any orange or anything like that in there. It's kind of like a candied white grape, but definitely a boozy IPA. And again, that's why like sometimes I feel like I don't know if these breweries are trying to compete or the consumer, because I've seen people who like IPAs, they hold up their can or whatever, at 9.2 or 8.8, or like almost like there's a contest on who can have the highest alcohol beer. And that's fine, and I'd be okay with that, but this one doesn't have that much of the hop flavor or aroma. A little bit in the, there is aroma and flavor there, but not, if we want to be a little more critical when I review these beers, it's not there. But again, even on that small swig, it's kind of like I have a gin and tonic with some, fruit juice in there, heavy on the gin. Again, guys, if it's part of your 12-pack, the 12-pack wasn't very expensive. It was like maybe $20. You grab this, I always say, you grab this out of your friend's cooler. You'll enjoy it with, pizza, beer. But if you really want to be critical of it, for an IPA, which, the hops are supposed to be the highlight, the flavor and the aroma is definitely underwhelming in this by Goose Island. I think you get a lot more from that flagship Goose Island IPA that you see in the green box there than this. And I actually would prefer that than this beer. But if you're looking to get drunk on, that's not why I do these videos, but looking to get drunk on one or two beers at 9.9% for reasonably cheap, I guess have at it. But again, another one that just really, is not impressing me too much. And so Goose Island Tropical Beer Hug at 9.9% alcohol, part of the compilation. And that's pretty much it. Till next one, guys, have a great day. Take care.